This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. This is Errol the True Spence going what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter part what? 57. I tell you, we running it back, dog. I'm keeping the foot on the what? On the next. I'm keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And I'm applying unlimited pressure. And listen, man. Now it's established that He Knows His Sport and I already told you that Errol the True Spence is going to bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. And it's been embedded. You know what I'm saying? In your corpus callosum and in your cerebellum. Now Las Vegas is on my side. That Shawn Constipated Porter is a bum. He doesn't belong in the same ring with Errol the True Spence. Now let's talk about the jealousy of Shawn Constipated Porter. This man is jealous. You have to understand. He is what Errol the True Spence is. He wants to be what Errol the True Spence is right now. Let me say it again. He wants to be what Errol the True Spence wants to be right now. There's a lot of fighters that are jealous of Errol the True Spence. Remember, He Knows His Sport said it here. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of stuff happen, and it's going to evolve. There's going to be a lot of fighters that are going to separate themselves with Errol the True Spence. As Errol the True Spence rises among the ranks, he's going to start separating himself from people. This is not something I've heard from anybody. This is just me using my three-dimensional thinking ability. Let me say it again. It's not something that I've heard from anybody. It's just me activating my three-dimensional thinking ability. Because I told you, I have leagues and shoulders of this stuff. And us three-dimensional thinkers were 1,000 miles apart. So from one three-dimensional thinker in He Knows His Sport to another three-dimensional thinker in Errol the True Spence, this man is slowly but surely separating himself from people. That Blu-ray situation, that's one of those things. You know what I'm saying? Errol the True Spence is going up the ranks right now. He's separating himself from people. Now that situation ended amicably the way it did, but Errol the True Spence is rising above the fray. He's becoming an American boxing superstar. So with that means that what people have to understand. And that's not a bad thing in life. As you're moving up the ranks, you're going to have to separate yourself around the group that you're with, and you're going to have to evolve. It doesn't have to be a dispute. It doesn't have to be an issue. It's just the fact that you need to move up. And as you're moving up, people don't understand the move up. It's like He Knows His Sport. I'm moving up. People don't understand the move up. So you separate yourself from the pack. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I'm always preaching and teaching to people, because I'm not only giving you guys boxing videos and basketball videos and sports videos. I'm also giving you life lessons here. And if you guys hear me well through my consistency and authenticity, you will learn some stuff about life, because I know some shit. I'm a 37-year-old man, but the way that I think, shit, it's like I've been on this earth damn near 80 years. Let me say it again. I'm a 37-year-old man, but the way that I think, it's like I've been on this planet 80 years, man, because there's not too many things under the sun that I have not done. Let me say it again. There's not too many things under the sun that I have not done. So if I'm imparting the knowledge and the wisdom, like a turkey, gobble that thing up, man. Errol the True Spence, I'm seeing this. I'm paying attention from afar. He's making moves to separate himself from associations that he currently has, because he's moving up. It's not that there was a bad thing that happened, there was an issue that happened. It's just he's separating himself from the pack. And when you do stuff like that, it causes people to get jealous, because they feel that they're being left behind. Let me say it again, because this needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. When you're moving up, people get jealous because they're thinking that you're having an issue with them, and that's not the case. It's just you're moving up in status. You're moving up in stature in life. You're not forgetting people. It's just the place that you're going, everyone can't follow you, man. The road to success, you know what I'm saying, is lonely at the top, man. To be a leader, to be a natural born leader, things that I know about in leagues and in droves, the road to it is lonely at the top, and it's not meant for everyone, because everybody can't be leaders. Most people have to be chiefs. Most people have to be Indians. Everybody can't be chiefs, man. And Errol the True Spence is a chief in his own right. So it's not that he's doing this out of disdain or he's doing this out of issues. He's doing this because he needs to make a separation. He needs to move into a direction that's going to be befitting for him and his family. Because that's what it's about all at the end of the day. People can say what they want. Yo, we boys. Da, 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 da. When you got a family to take care of, like Errol the True Spence always saying, look, y'all got to take care of my daughters. I got to take care of my parents. Family comes first, man. That's what people need to understand. Blood is thicker than water. Let me say it again. Family comes first. And and blood is thicker than water. So he's about setting a legacy for him and his. Floyd Mayweather did this. Errol the True Spence is doing that right now. Remember, I called it the Spence era for a reason. So Shawn Constipated Porter is jealous of this because he envisioned himself being where Errol the True Spence is at. I'm tying all of this back to Shawn Constipated Porter because this is what he thought when he was the IBF champion. So this is where you're seeing all of this stuff that's coming out of him. That's not him acting out of character. That's him basically showing you who he truly was at his truest and in his most properest levels. When you've heard me use the term out of character, is because he is basically acting in such an out of character fashion that basically what he's doing is he's positioning himself to show you his ugly ways. Now, I know to some people that don't make any sense. When I say out of character and ugly ways, meaning Shawn Constipated Porter has telegraphed himself all of this time. He hasn't shown you his true self. Remember the Maya Angelou term. If a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Shawn Constipated Porter was showing you who he truly was in the boxing ring, but he wasn't showing you that outside of the ring. Outside of the ring, he was giving you this quote-unquote Christian look, quote-unquote Christian stature, quote-unquote this is the way he is. That's not the way he is in his truest and his most properest levels. In his truest and most properest levels, Shawn Constipated Porter is what he looked like, what he reflected in those Andre Berto fights. He's what he reflected, you know what I'm saying, in the Devin Alexander fight. He's what he reflected in the Danny Garcia fight when he threw a couple sneaky headbutts. He's what he reflected in the Urdenis Ugas fight when he did those grazing headbutts. He's what he reflected in the Adrian Granados fight when he threw headbutts. Even in the Keith Thurman fight, Keith Thurman complained about headbutts. That's who he is at his truest and most properest level. Not only is he a dirty and nasty fighter, he's a dirty and nasty individual. When a person fights in the boxing ring, they're telling you a piece of who they are as their soul, man. What I said was so deep and profound. That's a poetry moment, dog. Because I'm trying to educate you guys right now. So get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling. When you see somebody show you a similitude of what they are in the boxing ring, that's a similitude of who they are in life. Because what people don't understand about the square circle and the sweet science, when you box, you're showing the personality of who you are as a person. If you're a flawless fighter, right? If you're a fighter that has a complete package, you're a fighter that does not quit, that does not wilt under depression, that does not buckle like Errol the True Spence does. That's why his title is called The Truth. He didn't give himself that nickname by coincidence. You don't give yourself that title, The Truth, if you're not the truth. If you're speaking lies and you're in errors, you can't be the truth. Shawn Porter, Showtime. Showtime is his nickname for a reason, because Showtime can what? Delude you. Why is Showtime a delusion? Because it's entertainment. Entertainment is not reality. So his name is befitting, Shawn Showtime Porter, because he's giving you a show. Oof. I know a lot of people that catch that. The real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets just caught what I said. I just gave you guys three-dimensional thinking ability right there. Shawn Showtime Porter. Showtime is his nickname, right? The reason why it's his nickname because he's putting on a show, folks. He's not who he's really giving you to who he is. But when he showed up in the PBC face-to-faces with Errol the True Spence, you finally got a chance to see the ugly side of Shawn Constipated Porter. Because the ugly side of a person is who they really are. When they show you that visceral side of them, that's who they are. You need to see somebody at their worst to really know who they are. I've always said this before. And that's what you saw with Shawn Constipated Porter. A dirty and a nasty individual, a dirty and a nasty fighter. So he's going into the fight with dirty and nasty thinking. So all Errol the True Spence has to do is bulldoze his ass, man. Keep his ass at bay. Keep him at the end of the damn jab. Blind his ass. Hold his ass when he needs to hold his ass. Punch down on his fucking head every time he comes in with the headbutt, so that his head knows through muscle memory, okay, every time I do a headbutt, boom, I'm getting punched down on the damn head. Every time I do a headbutt, boom, I'm getting punched down on the damn head. If Errol the True Spence does that, push down on this man's neck because you take the oxygen and the wind out of the person and use his elbows to get separation, then he will avoid any unnecessary cuts or any issues that's going to hinder his boxing career. Because that's what Shawn Constipated Porter is looking to do. He's looking to hurt Errol the True Spence and ruin this man's boxing career so that he does not become the next American dream boxing superstar. But Errol the True Spence ain't going to let that happen, because come September 28th, he's going to what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. This is Hino's Sport. Checking out.